Hello everybody, welcome to this special presentation. Today we have the honor to host Mr. Sylvain Chrétien, CEO of Pediapharm. Technically speaking, if we take a look at this company here, my entry point is at 30 cents 49. Right now the shares is trading at 27 cents. So Mr. Chrétien is there to tell us more about why his company should represent your next investment. So Mr. Chrétien, thank you for coming by.
It's a great pleasure to be here.
Excellent. So let's talk first of all about your business model, Mr. Chrétien. What products are you currently selling, and what are the ones that are waiting for approval?
I mean, we are a specialty pharma, so what it means is we're not doing research. So basically, we secure rights on product whereby the research is completed. What is unique about Pediapharm is the fact that we're the only company in Canada focusing exclusively for the pediatric market segment. In terms of products that we have, in terms of innovations, one of them is called NIDA, which is a breakthrough for our head lice. One of the issues with head lice is resistance, because before NIDA there were no other alternatives than NIDA, and a lot of pesticide shampoo were overused, and the lice have developed resistance. NIDA brings a real solution in terms of not only to kill the lice but also the eggs. It is also a non-resistant treatment. So this is a good example of the kind of innovation that we bring here in terms of product. What we have also in the pipeline is a great product called Easy-Eater for asthma, and this device will be positioned as the best drug device for asthma. The problem with asthma when it comes to treat children, it's not the drug per se, it's the device, the way the drug is delivered, and this device will be a solution for these patients.
So if I understand right, the Easy-Eater will be your star product for the next recruit.
Yeah, Easy-Eater, NIDA are two big products for us. Indeed.
And what makes it different from what you see in the competition? Easy-Eater, what do you think could give you that edge with Easy-Eater compared to what?
The Easy-Eater is the device. Again, it's a
device.
Yeah, it's a known drug. But the patent or the innovation is in the delivery and the device. And there's a big problem out there in terms of the patients being compliant, because it's very difficult for the children to use the device. And Easy-Eater would be definitely the solution for those who are not compliant with their treatment.
And what are the steps that you're waiting for before you get approval from Health Canada?
Well, we're currently under review, so we're hoping to get the approval by Q1 2015. Yes.
You also got the approval, a special program for naproxen.
Yes.
Can you tell us more about that?
Yes, it's our first acquisition. We have acquired the product from Roche. So an important acquisition for us. And so naproxen, because of the unmet medical need out there, we actually the physician requested a special access program where they want to have access to naproxen by the time we get our own formulation here, which is expected to be for Q1 2015 as well. So it's a good example of the unmet need out there and why this drug is in demand for the patients and for the doctor.
So if I understand right, you talk to the doctors, you're trying to find their needs, and you actually try to find the best drugs out there at this competitive price to deliver to them. So what are actually the criterias to actually choose which drug is going to be the one that you're going to focus on to bring it to Health Canada, make it approved, and sell it?
It's a good question. We have a robust system in place to assess opportunities. This is something that we have as a value, and we've been doing for the last 5 years. One of the key criteria by far is the financial matrix that we have. So we don't sign up deals just to sign deals. We have to make sure that the financial metrics are met internally. So that's the number one. Other than that, we're looking at the approvability of the drug here. Can this product be approved here? It's very important. This product can be reimbursed as well? It's important because the market access environment here is different in other countries. So we want to make sure that the pricing is in line with the reimbursement. We're also assessing the patent, the manufacturing. Obviously, we're looking at the innovation of the product, the unique selling proposition of the product. And lastly, if there's a strong strategic fit between the product and our business model. So
if I understand right, you're becoming almost like an added value to Big Pharma.
Well, I mean, this is something that we bring in terms of value, because we provide turnkey partnership to those companies who want to enter this country, and this is the value that we bring, and human capital is also key for them as well.
In terms of the pediatric market, how do you see it? What are your prospects of the pediatric market? Do you see a lot of growth in the next 5 to 10 years? And which key areas do you see potential growth that's interesting?
First, it is a substantial market to capture, 1 billion in Canada. So we're proud to be the only company focusing exclusively for this market. I think this market is expected to grow about 4 or 5% a year. Because there's a lot of unmet need out there for this patient population, and this is why we're there to bring a solution for these patient population. So this is a good market to be in, and we know for a fact that all the big pharma are not going in that direction.
Why?
Because there's a lot of merger and acquisition in our industry. So basically for them, not because there's not money to be made, but because of their big infrastructure that they have in place, a product that could generate, $10, $12 million of revenues per year are not necessarily of interest for them because of the infrastructure they have in place. So
and that's why you try.
Exactly. So that creates opportunities for a company like Pediapharm.
Okay, excellent. Now let's talk about the distribution agreement because it's a main importance for your business. The distribution agreement with Sanofi didn't go right. Actually, you lost the distribution agreement. Can you explain us why, and also what actions have you taken to actually mitigate a risk like that?
Yeah, I mean, the Sanofi agreement was not a distribution agreement. It was a commercial agreement. Okay. So these are short-term agreements where we basically represent the product from, Sanofi. So we didn't build our franchise on these type of agreements. The franchise we're building is where we sign up agreements through distribution and licensing agreement. And that particular case, we started way back in 2008 with this agreement. We had a great success. Unfortunately, we lost the commercial agreement with Sanofi for 2 reasons. In the case of Allergex, there was a short-term profitability issue that they wanted to face internally, so they decided to stop the agreement. In the case of Suprax, there was the product was in a backorder situation, so there was no use to further promote the product to the physician. So for those 2 reasons, we terminated the agreement with Sanofi. But like I said, these are the short term, and we're building the franchise on the licensing/distribution agreement, like the NIDA.
What's the difference between the licensing and the commercial?
Well, first we get the margins, like the 70-80%, like the big pharma. So these are longer terms, like between 8 to 12, 15 years. So they are different that way.
Okay, so you're meeting in the risk that way. Okay. You mentioned in your corporate presentation that your strategy is to have 3% of the Canadian pediatric market. What actions have you taken to actually accomplish that goal? Because it's really an ambitious goal.
We are very excited about our future growth, literally. So we're gonna be achieving this by doing 4 things. First, to fuel our current product with enough investment, to keep the sales momentum that we have. Number 2, we're going to be launching, because we have a great pipeline currently, and Easyler is a good example. So we're going to be launching over the next few years, new products where we've secured the agreements. Thirdly, we're going to be adding more agreements, because we are in discussion with many entities right now around the world to bring more agreements in the form of licensing or distribution. And lastly, we have a product acquisition strategy in place. So basically, this is where we would acquire a product with existing sales. So by doing those 4 key strategies, we're going to be achieving the 3 to 4% market share within that market segment.
Let's focus on the 4th part of the strategy that you mentioned here, acquiring products with existing sales. You guys have nearly $7 million in cash, so how would you allocate this money to actually build on the 4th point that you mentioned?
We told the investor that if we were to acquire a product, we would need probably to go back, depending upon the size of the acquisition. But yes, we would need to probably to go back and ask for more money. But it would be for a good reason, right?
Definitely. So when do you intend to actually, because right now you guys are burning cash because you guys are investing, when do you intend to be cash flow positive? Is there a date that you could?
Well, unfortunately, I don't have a precise answer for you today because we're assessing different scenarios. It's an important objective for us, for sure. But at the present time, we still want to invest in new opportunities by adding new deals. At the same time, we want to fuel our product with enough investment that we can generate more momentum sales-wise. So it depends. We still assess this various scenarios, but this is an important objective for sure.
aside from the licensing, commercial agreements, the distribution that you can have, are there other sources of revenue that you guys are intending to focus on?
Right now, we're looking for to some sort of a replacement to the Sanofi agreement short term.
Okay.
You know, because we want to leverage our commercial operation that we have. So we want to optimize our revenue short term, and at the same time, we would like to acquire one product at least by year end.
Okay, that's what you're working on, if I understand.
Short term, yes.
Okay. So as a junior company, you're dealing with some big farmers, of course, but what's the biggest challenge at a junior company like you're facing in a market like that?
We're still new to, as a public company, so obviously we have to establish ourselves within the financial community. It's important. But other than that, it's always the balance between investing in the future, i.e. on the new deals, and the challenge of also generating, growth short term. So that's the challenge we have, and these are the type of decisions we're going to have to be making on a daily basis in terms of, to which extent we go, one versus the other. But it's a nice place to be, and we're confident to generate our forecasts as mentioned earlier.
Excellent. Now, for viewers watching that company right now, because right now you guys are trading at 27 cents. Technically speaking, for me, it's at 30 cents. That's the buying point on Pediapharm. But what would you tell him? Why should he give him 2 reasons why he should actually consider Pediapharm as his next buy?
Well, first, we have a great momentum with our current sales, right?
Okay, so you have a sales force there.
We have a sales force. So basically, we have all the infrastructure in place to sustain our growth with the current product that we have, right?
Okay.
Secondly, we have a robust pipeline in place. So the launch of EasyEller, naproxen suspension, Seasonex, Curveposa. So basically, we've been able to build a robust pipeline, meaning that we're securing the future growth of this company. And lastly, we're confident to add more deals by year end. So it just reinforces the fact that the pipeline that we're building will pay off at some point.
Excellent. So, Mr. Chrétien, was definitely a pleasure,
my pleasure.
To have you there. We definitely look forward to have you back whenever you have more deals.
Yeah.
I'm sure some of our viewers will definitely look at your company closer.
You're more than happy. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chrétien.
Thank you.